So I woke up too late for breakfast this morning, but I really still wanted to have eggs. So I took a little stroll around the Flinders Street station and I found this little street called DeGraves Street.
Although vehicles have restricted access to the lane, I didn't see any, and I actually thought that this was a pedestrian lane only. I had a quick gander down DeGraves Street and found a place that still served really good poached eggs with avocado and mushroom at Australian $1.16, and they served this until 5 p.m. DeGraves Street is named after Charles and William DeGraves, pioneer merchants who settled in Melbourne in 1849. Today, this little lane features bars and shops and cafes and restaurants, and it's a fantastic place to sit and just people watch. In the 1990s, many of the taller buildings have been converted into loft-style apartments, adding further life to the street. DeGraves Street is also home to many fantastic pieces of street art, graffiti, and is also a popular place for street performers. Other food and drinks on this lane are also very reasonably priced, like a Moroccan chicken dish at Aussie $1.21, a beef steak also at Aussie $1.21. And how about some cocktails? Espresso martini, one of my favorites, at $16.50 Australian, and a couple of beers around $9 Australian. I failed miserably in my quest to try and find out how many visitors this short little lane gets per year, but I did find a really interesting article about food waste, not only in Australia, but specifically on DeGraves Street. So, 2.2 tons of food is collected from 90 businesses in the DeGraves Street area. It's then dehydrated and turned into fertilizer, which is used in parks and gardens in Melbourne. How cool is that? I actually did a video on the botanical garden the day after I visited DeGraves Street, and thinking that some of the food waste that I ate the day before was actually being used as fertilizer in the botanical garden made the experience even better. There is a machine on DeGraves Street that shreds, then heats the food waste, removing the moisture. All the businesses in the area have access to this machine, free access to this machine, so they go and they dump their food waste in it. In 2016, Eco Guardians, which is a company that runs this program, had 30 of these machines set up. One in DeGraves and some others near hospitals, prisons, markets, sports arenas and other sites where there's large amounts of food scraps present. The program did not only clean up the food waste from the lanes and alleys, but guess what? It also reduced the CO2 emissions by 40%. This company, Eco Guardians, is actually really cool. Go have a look at their website if you have time. They have really interesting stuff and very innovative services that they provide. Their website is ecoguardians.com.au.
So I've already had my breakfast and technically it's evening now, it's past 6 o'clock. So I'm going to enjoy a lovely New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc at $9.50.